Hello, people. It has been a second. Yes, I think we'll call this update number 2. And I'm going to say, hopefully, final update. I don't. The channel's supposed to be fun. I don't like these. But before I get into everything, alright, I'll make it clear. Because I feel like the back half might sound whiny or something otherwise. Last video, yes, is true. My mom did have a stroke. And as far as strokes go, it went well. I'm going to air quotes, right? In that it wasn't hyper debilitating. But it was sort of a strain, and she is working through it. And I will say, I hope none of you who watches this has a stroke or knows anyone who does. But if you do, I hope that it goes this way because it's, it could be really bad. I'll also say on the stroke front, not to, I guess, delve too much into her setup. I can say this generally, maybe. I'm not a doctor. But I'll say, if you know someone who's had a stroke, one, creatine. Lots of creatine. Creatine every day. It actually, I think there's a study that says it helps the brain. Traumatic brain injuries. Creatine all the time, every day. Seriously. That's one. And two, this is still relatively early here in the time frame. And I say that because, an athlete can tear an Achilles and it takes 9 months for it to heal. And then a full season of play. And after that, the next season is when you'll judge the athlete on how well it's done. You don't judge them on the first year after the 9 months. I mean, so that's a ligament. Brain matter's got to be more complicated than that. So a year after the person has a stroke, they still may be going through the effects of said stroke. So tremendous patience. Have tremendous patience. Your brain's your processor, right? So it's taken a hit, and now it seems to need to recalibrate. I'm saying this again in general terms. Everyone's probably going to be different, but you'll see the person who has a stroke seem extremely tired randomly. Like they seem fine, but then they're tired, and I think it's data coming into the brain. However that does, sensation, smells, sight, hearing, all the things that were normal count now as a completely new experience, and then sort of need time to be processed. So, like I said, it can be a long time after, and they'll still need patience. They still might have fatigue, etc., etc. Hopefully, you'll never have to deal with this. But it is what it is. And obviously, I'm going to say that is more important than, the rest of everything else. My love of books included. This YouTube channel, whatever else. I would pick her health over all of it. Obviously, I'll say that. It's going well though. So, thumbs up there. Hat tip to the guy upstairs. As for the channel itself, and could I have uploaded in this interim time? I think I could have, but it was like I said, it was a big event, and it's sort of all consuming. I couldn't read a book and think in terms of the presentations I make here, as unpolished as they seem. It was just enough to pull me out. Like it's like trying to enjoy a sad song when you're happy, something like this, right? Emotionally, it was hard to get in there. So I didn't. And in the time now, I've still been reading. Still fun. I've also been writing more. But what I've found, or what I've realized, or what I think is, I do like the channel. I want to keep doing it. But I don't think it would be fair to tell this audience I can do a book a week. I'm very slow at reading. And if a thing happens, not saying another stroke, hopefully, let's say, yes, but there are doctor meetings, there are just, decompression days, this sort of thing. And it's not just, my mom, it's grandma, life. I can't say I can guarantee a book every week. I'm very slow. I don't backlog any videos, even on books that I've read. Let's say a Lord of the Rings. I won't just bring it up and then talk about it. I will read it in that span of time, in a quick amount of time, and then talk about it so it's fresh. Even on a reread, it can be, what you thought of it that time. Maybe it was boring the second time. However it goes, I don't like, sort of an advanced thing. And I'm a slow reader, so any sort of situation upends the apple cart, and then I miss the week, and I don't want to do that. I don't think that's fair to an audience who's given any amount of time. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is, I think, or I'll try it for a while. I'll just upload when I read a book. I think that's fair. Some of them might be longer in between than others. I'm not going to change the format. I kind of like the format. It's not going to get like, oh, you took a long time to read, so this video is going to be fancier. Like, not really. Some are just, right? Some are just fat boys, and I'm slow. I can't do anything about it. But I don't want to force it. I don't want to try and squeeze in a small book just to fill the week at a time. I think it's just too fast. It's too much. It'll be too much reading for me, and then not enough writing, which is, semi the point of this channel is to sell books. So I think that's more or less the state of the channel. I will now, again, I hope this will be the last update. I don't like harping on negative or the real world or Debbie Downer things as it can be perceived. So I don't want to bring too much of that up. It was going to affect the channel, so I had to, and now whatever happens won't be affecting the schedule of the channel. So I probably won't bring up, these sort of things. It's why we read books, right? To escape. We don't want to read books and then hear, horribleness. Okay.